Chapter 2, titled Education. 2:1. We are determined to be masters of our fate, owners of our wealth, and capable of removing the objective dark from the name of our continent. Education, education that is of the nation and of the individual is the basin of this goal. 2:2. Knowledge paves the way to love, and love in its turn fosters understanding and leads one along the path to great common achievements. 2:3. Loyalty inspires understanding and understanding cooperation. These are the clearest evidence of strength. 2:4. The solid basis for all lies in education is education which allows people to live together and makes them avoid the pitfalls of immorality and induces respect for the law. Truly, the attainment of these high aims is based on education, the helping of people to live together to avoid indulgence, immorality, and lawlessness. 2:5. An awareness of our past is essential to the establishment of our personality and our identity as Hamites. 2:7. To command and to be commanded is the fruit of education and unity, of which confidence is the result. 2:8. Education of the youth is the surest guarantee for a better life. 2:9. In all the countries we have visited, we have noted that the education is the basis for the greatness and the power, the pride, and the prosperity of a nation. 2:10. A well-informed public opinion is essential to the growth of a political and social awareness. Only they who is informed are able to comment on their nation's development, and only by such comments will error be corrected and progress stimulated. 2:11. The construction of edifices for required schools is not the real problem. The problem is to awaken the people to the need for such schools. 2:12. The possession of degrees alone does not classify one as fully educated. 2:13. The person who claims to know everything, as the scriptures say, is like sounding brass and tinkling cymbals. 2:14. Universities stand today as the most promising hope for constructive solutions to the problems that beset the modern world. Promises which prevent the peaceful cooperation of nations, problems which threaten the world and humanity with death and disaster. 2:15. From the universities must come humans, ideas, knowledge, experience, technical skills, and the deep humane understanding vital to fruitful relations among nations. Without these, world order for which we have so long strived would not be established. 2:17. A fundamental objective to the university must be the safeguarding and developing of the culture of the people which it serves. 2:18. From the I believe that was So 2:18. From the universities too must come that ability which is the most valuable attribute of civilized humans everywhere. The ability to transcend narrow passions and to engage in honest conversation, for civilization is by nature the victory of persuasion over force. 2:19. The mere existence of a fund of knowledge is not enough. 2:19. The mere existence of a fund of knowledge is not enough unless knowledge is nurtured and nourished by devoted teachers and eager students alike. It will, like a pool of water following the rains, change its hue and slowly disappear. For 2:20. A school is to shape one's character, just as looking into a mirror would rid themselves of the dirt that is on one person. Likewise, one is able to shape their character by education. 2:23. Humanity by nature is gifted to think freely, but in order that his free thought or their free thought should lead them to their goal of liberty and independence, Their way of thinking must be shaped by the process of education. 224. The development of the resources of intelligence which education draws forth from our people, vital as it is, without moral inspiration and guidance, will never is of itself work for the good of all. 226. The catastrophe which was brought about by human hands during the past years may be avoided in the future by religion and hope in the source which should be in the hearts of all peoples. This may be achieved by the education in which, if not borne by the youth, the effort is made for peace will be in vain. 227. As the Gospels tell us, a house built upon a strong foundation will never be over. My apologies. 227. As the Gospels tell us, a house built upon a strong foundation will never be able to be overthrown by the storm. Similarly, when people are built with the minds well formed by education and knowledge, no trial whatsoever is able to conquer them. 228. Education and the quest for knowledge stop only at the grave. 229. From truth alone are born liberty, and only educated people are able to consider themselves as really free and masters of their fates. Liberation.